Today we will learn how to find out adjoint or adjugate of a square matrix. See that we have written the term square in capital letters. Why? Because the adjoint or adjugate of a matrix, to find out the adjoint or adjugate of a matrix is possible only when the matrix is a square matrix. We cannot find out adjoint or adjugate of any matrix. We can find it for only square matrices. Okay, so now let us take an example and let us see how to find out the adjoint or adjugate of that matrix. Let us take an example. Let A is a matrix So this is a square matrix of order 3. We have taken the matrix of order 3 because it would be the process would be more prominent here. You could see or you could learn very easily and very accurately the process of finding the adjoint or adjugate. If we take the square matrix of order 2, then it would be very obvious or very easy. So to know every know-how of this process, we have taken the matrix of order 3. Now to find out the adjoint or adjugate of this matrix, first we have to, the first step of the process, the first step of that process would be to find out the cofactor matrix, of A. Now what is a cofactor matrix? Cofactor matrix means the matrix which is obtained by replacing every element of A, suppose 2, replacing 2 by its cofactor, so we are trying to write the cofactor matrix here. So what we would do, we will replace 2 by its cofactor. So the cofactor of 2 is here 12 minus 63. Then the cofactor of 3. So to find cofactor of 3, suppress the first row and the second column, then you will get 56 minus 10. Then the cofactor of 4 is 45 minus 48. Then come to the second row. The first element is 5 plus minus, so the 5 would be replaced by its cofactor. The cofactor of 5 is here 36 minus 6. Then of 6, the cofactor of 6 is 4 minus 32. Then the cofactor of 7 would be 18. This plus minus, so it will be 24 minus 18. Then come to the third row. The cofactor of 8 would be 21 minus 24. Then cofactor of 9 would be 20 minus 14, and the cofactor of 2 would be 12 minus 15. So here in this matrix, what we have done, we have replaced every element of A by its cofactor. We have replaced 2 by its cofactor. The cofactor of 2 is 12 minus 63, so we have replaced 2 by its cofactor. Suppose the element 6, the cofactor of 6 is 4 minus 32, so I have replaced it by 4 minus 32. Okay, in this way we have find out the cofactors of every element and replaced the original number by its cofactor. So the matrix becomes minus 41, 46, minus 3, 30, minus 28, 6, minus 3, 6, minus 3. So this is the cofactor matrix of A. This is the cofactor matrix of A. Now we have to find out the adjoint or adjugate. In brief, it is written as ADG of A. ADG means adjugate or adjoint of A. So this would be equal to the cofactor matrix. I have already find out the cofactor matrix. I have already found out that. So the cofactor matrix transpose of that cofactor matrix. That means minus 41, 46, minus 3, 30, minus 28, 6, minus 3, 6, minus 3, the transpose of this matrix. So transpose of this matrix is minus 41, 46, minus 3, 30, minus 28, 6, then minus 3, 6, minus 3. So this is the transpose of this matrix. So this is the adjoint of A. This is the adjugate or adjoint of A. So this is the second step. So there are two steps involved for finding the adjoint or adjugate. The first step is first find out the cofactor matrix of A. Cofactor matrix of A means replacing every element of A by its cofactor. Every element of A has been replaced by its cofactor. Then use this matrix and make its transpose. So the transpose of the cofactor matrix of A. The transpose of this cofactor matrix of A is this. So this is the adjoint or adjugate of A. So this is the process of for finding the adjoint or adjugate of any square matrix. Now we will learn to find the inverse of any matrix. So to find the inverse of any matrix we have to first learn some theorem, or we have to know some theorems about matrices. So the first theorem is, suppose we are writing it as theorem 1. The first theorem is, if here the matrix is necessarily a square matrix, here the matrix is necessarily a square matrix, because likewise the adjoint of A or adjugate of a matrix, we cannot find the inverse of any matrix which is not square, which is non-square. So inverse should be also for a square matrix. So in this corresponding this inverse of matrix, we have to know some theorems on matrices. The first theorem is, if A is a square matrix, then A into adjugate of A would be equal to adjugate of A into A would be equal to I. Here this is the determinant value of A. This is the determinant value of A matrix. So this is the value into I. So this is a very important theorem about matrix. A into adjoint of A equal to adjoint A into A equal to the determinant value of A into I. I is the unit matrix of unit. It is needless to say that I would be the matrix, unit matrix of the same order as of A. If it is A is a square matrix of order 3, then I's would be taken as a unit matrix of order 3. So what the order of A would be the order of I. Now the theorem 2, second theorem. Now before the second theorem, we should learn about a term that is singular and non-singular. Singular and non-singular. What is singular? The opposite would be non-singular. Singular means if a square matrix A is a square matrix and the determinant value of A, that is the determinant value of A, date of A, is equal to 0, then this matrix is called, then A matrix is called a singular matrix. It's called a singular matrix. And the opposite, if determinant value of A is not equal to 0, then A is called a non-singular matrix. So if the determinant value of the square matrix is 0, then it is called a singular, and if determinant value of A is not equal to 0, then it is called a non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Okay. Now the second theorem is all about this singularity or non-singularity. If A and B are two square matrices such that date A is not equal to 0 and date B is not equal to 0, obviously A and B are square matrices, so their determinant is possible. So if determinant of A is not equal to 0 and also the determinant of B is not equal to 0, then determinant of AB is not equal to 0, as well as the determinant of BA would be not equal to 0. Now you may wonder if AB is possible or BA is possible, because we know that the matrix multiplication is not always possible. So why is it possible? A is a different matrix, B is a different matrix, then how AB is possible? Because it's possible in only one way, because if A and B are of same order, both are suppose of order n, order n means both are square matrices, the square matrix of order n cross n matrix. So A is a matrix of n cross n and B is also of order n cross n. So then AB is possible, BA is also possible. So then AB, the matrix value, the determinant value of AB would be not equal to 0, and the determinant value of BA would also be not equal to 0. So then this is the theorem 2. This was the theorem 1, and this is the theorem 2. This is theorem 2, and this is theorem 1. So these two theorems would be very helpful in finding inverse of a matrix. Then we would learn about a third theorem that is also a very important theorem on this singularity and non-singularity. Now see the third theorem. theorem 3. The theorem 3 says if A and B are square matrices of same order, square matrices of order n, both are of order n, then AB, the determinant value of AB would be determinant of value of A into determinant value of B. So what does this theorem says? This theorem says that if the AB, if we find out the determinant value of AB, then it would be the determinant value of A and determinant value of B found out separately and then multiplied would be equal to the original determinant value of AB. Okay, so this is the theorem 3. Now we'll see the definition of inverse of a square matrix. What is the inverse of a square matrix? If there exists for any square matrix A, if there exists another square matrix B such that AB equal to BA equal to I, then this B is called the inverse of A and written like this, A inverse. This is called A inverse. This is read as A inverse. So what is the definition? If A is a square matrix, obviously A would be square matrix. Here the discussion on the three theorems and previously the adjugate of a matrix, everything is going on square matrices. Okay, every theory is on square matrices. Here also the A is also a square matrix. Here this is a square matrix. So A is a square matrix. Then if there exists another square matrix B, if there exists, that means there may be some matrices which has no inverse actually. Now if A is a matrix, square matrix, and if there exists any square matrix B such that AB equal to BA, both multiplication is same, that is, this multiplication is commutative, and the both multiplied after multiplication the resulting matrix would be I, that is the unit matrix of order n, that means the same order as of A and B. Then this B matrix is called the A inverse. Okay, now remember the theorem 1. What is theorem 1? Theorem 1 was, in brief, A into adjugate A equal to adjugate A into A equal to into I. Here see that if we divide this equation by mod of A, that means the determinant value of A, we can always divide by this because this is a scalar value. So that means it becomes or A into adjoint A by mod A equal to adjoint A by mod A into A equal to I. Now see the similarity between this and this. Here if B is replaced by adjoint A by mod A and here B also replaced by adjoint A by mod A, then the remaining result is same. So in this way we can say that A inverse is equal to adjoint of A by mod of A. So this is the process this is the process of finding the inverse of any matrix. So what we have to do for finding the inverse of a matrix? First we have to find out the determinant value of the matrix and also the adjoint of the matrix, and then dividing them this will yield the inverse of a matrix. Now there are some ifs and buts and conditions there for finding the inverse of any matrix. Now we will see into that. So we have learned the process for finding A inverse, that is adjoint of A by determinant value of A. Now here are some terms and conditions. What are they? Obviously we are saying that we are dividing this by determinant value of A. So if determinant value of A is not equal to 0, then it's fine to find a inverse of any matrix. But if it is not equal to 0, if it is equal to 0, when the determinant value of A is equal to 0, that means A is singular. If A is singular, then A matrix is singular, that means the determinant value of 0, then obviously A inverse is not possible. A inverse is not possible here. Why? Because simple, we cannot divide anything by 0. So if this value is 0, then we cannot have any inverse. Now if the determinant value is not equal to 0, then we will go on and with the process and find out the inverse of any square matrix as this adjoint of A by determinant value of A. Suppose we are taking a example as A is equal to 1 to minus 1, 1 2 minus 1, 1 minus 2 2, and 1 0 1. So the determinant value of A is minus 2. You may find out the determinant value of this matrix on your own. I am writing it here, just I'm not finding that. The determinant value of A would be equal to minus 2. So this is not equal to 0, hence this is a non-singular matrix, so inverse is possible. Okay, now we have to find out the adjugate of A. Adjugate of A means the finding or replacing every element by its cofactor. So first element is 1, the cofactor of 1 is minus 2 minus 0. The second element is 2, the cofactor of 2 is 2 minus 1, that is 1. The third element is minus 1, the cofactor of minus 1 would be 0 minus, that means plus 2. Then the second row, the first element is 1, so minus 1 minus 2. The second element, this element, so 1 minus plus 1, so 2. And the third element 2 plus minus, so this would be 2 minus 0. Then again the first element is 1, so 4 plus 2 minus 2, that means 2. 4 minus 2, that means 2. Then 0 would be minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3, and the last one it would be minus 2, minus 2, minus 4. So this is the transpose of this matrix, because this is the cofactor matrix. This is the cofactor matrix. By replacing each term by its cofactor, then the transpose of that would be the adjugate of A. So transpose matrix would be minus 2, minus 2, 2, then 1, 2, 3, then 2, 2, minus 4. Okay, so this is the adjugate of A. So A inverse would be equal to adjugate of A, that means this matrix, minus 2, minus 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, then 2, 2, minus 4, divided by minus 2. So we know the rule, if we include it in this matrix, then minus 2 would divide every element of this matrix. So that would be 1, 1, minus 1, half, minus half, minus 1, and minus 3 by 2, then minus 1, minus 1, 2. So there is no space, so I'm finding it difficult to write there. You could do it on your own, on your khata. Okay, so just I am deleting this. So minus 2, dividing minus 2 by dividing this matrix by minus 2 means divide every element of this matrix by minus 2, then you will get the inverse, or just leave it like this, that would be okay. So this is the inverse. This is the process of finding inverse of any matrix. Now we will use this inverse process for finding the solution of any system of linear equations in 3 variables, or any number of variables. Here we will find out in 3 variables or 2 variables. That would be in the next video. I will show you how to find out the system of linear equations, or solve the linear equation by matrix method using this inverse, and also by determinant method, that is called the Cramer's rule.